going on, man? YouTube, it's your boy Lil Ty checking in for another reaction video. And today, before I get started, we got another Charles Forte vid. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm favored in things. I really want y'all to start doing me a favor, though, right? Um, if you, if y'all have some things that you probably want to see me react to, please drop it down in the comment section down below. I know a lot of people might get on YouTube and, you know what I'm saying, y'all just be looking for something to watch, but it don't be nothing in particular. And you so happen to run across my video, which I want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not gonna lie, I've been really appreciating all the people tuning in to the videos and all the people subscribing. I had a guy comment on my video like, "Hey, bro, I didn't even watch the video. I'm just here for the cause." Like he left he subscribed and left a comment and liked the video. I'm not even mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Everything is always appreciated, greatly appreciated. I'll never think that what y'all be doing for the small creators be taken for granted. I am very appreciative for every person that subscribed, every person that tuned in, everything. So I just want to, we growing together, we growing this channel, and I'm really in a great mood. Things of that nature. I seen, I think I broke a record actually for myself. I hit 748 views on in one day. I am overly ecstatic about that. I appreciate y'all, and I just hope that y'all continue to just tune into my videos and things of that nature. And yeah, like I said, I ain't gonna speak out here about too much. Let's see what my boy Charles got for us for the day.
I am like probably not 99, maybe 89% sure that I'm probably going to be divorced within the next year. So I can't stay with you. I can't be with you. I reached out to my soon-to-be ex-husband.
Who predicts
Just
their
asking
own
him,
divorce and
like
like
what was
you?
going on, because I filed everything that I was supposed to file, and I was waiting on him to do his part. And I think a little piece of me was hoping that he would just, be like, "Oh, I'm going to change. We can make it work." But I texted him to ask him if he did, and he sent me a paper of the fact that he sent me the paperwork just showing me that, yeah, like I definitely went down there and filed it.
You can't feel no kind of way about that though, shorty.
Guys, the topic I have for you today has been sitting on my desk for some time now, and I knew I had to eventually get to it, so we're going to do that today. And honestly, it's just another textbook example of why more men are deciding not to get married. Think about it.
Okay, before we get started, if you still watching up to this point, obviously it's still just the beginning. Comment down in the comment section what y'all think about marriage. Like, what's y'all take on that? Because a lot of people feel like it's not worth going through because who knows, and a year or two later, the woman won't be interested anymore. I mean, give me y'all take on that down in the comment section down below. Let's start a conversation there, and I'm gonna meet y'all down there, man. Let's just go.
You say, "I do, through sickness and health, through death do us part." And the moment that her personal happiness dips, all of a sudden your vows don't mean anything. This is why more men are opting out, because if the woman you commit your entire life to can flip your marriage upside down just because she's feeling off, then what security does that commitment actually offer a man anyway? None. So today, we're going to break it all down. Let's get into it.
There anybody out there who got divorced and like regrets it, especially women 35, 40, 45, please tap in and let me know, because at this point I am like probably not 99, maybe 89% sure that I'm probably going to be divorced within the next year. So I can't stay.
That's so backwards.
I can't, and I feel like I've tried so hard. So I've been married for 3 years. People always ask me, and it's really gotten to the point where it's like the past like probably 2 months have just been the worst. To where it's like, maybe we just call it.
Parenting
All right, guys, so we're
drama.
going to check out the caption right here. It says, I've never seen anyone say they regret it. I mostly see women saying they should have left sooner. People like this should have never got married in the first place. The lack of seriousness people take with their marriage and their vows is mind-boggling.
Especially nowadays, at least.
So you have a woman who she's thinking about divorce, and she's going to get the divorce. She wants to get the divorce if she's thinking about it like that. And so she decides that, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run to TikTok and ask, are there other women who have gone through their divorce, and do you guys regret it? Because clearly TikTok is the premier place to go for marriage advice from other women that are going to be honest and not simply tell you what you want to hear and validate your bad decisions, because they really got to validate their own bad decisions also. So it's basically one big party of bad choices. All right, so we got some more texts that I want to read right here. It says, I'm also super unhappy at work, trying to grow a business, and we're navigating parenting drama.
Okay, boom. So is that so? In a sense, is this kind of y'all feel like that she's kind of projecting a little bit, like her unhappiness onto her divorce? Do y'all think me read or hearing that and reading it myself? Of course, it kind of give me that feel like you're projecting your unhappiness onto your marriage, which inevitably, of course, is leading to the divorce that you want specifically. I think that's a little backwards.
I
Sometimes you
hear
gotta take that
situations
step
like
back.
this, it just makes me understand how every woman isn't meant to be a wife. Some women are really meant to be just single mothers. I know that might be not
Damn.
kind to say, but some women are just
Wait.
meant to be a single mother.
Then
No,
I'm
that sounds kind of
supposedly,
crazy though.
but then I'm like, I remember when my parents got divorced, and I do not want to put, like my son
Had
through
some
that.
pressure of
But
being the one
also,
to break
doing it for the
generational
kids is not
curses.
enough. Love is not enough. Getting married,
I thought the idea was love, and that's what carries the whole relationship. But
I kind of regret getting married for love, because I damn sure didn't get married for money. But I'm also just like, as a Christian, shouldn't get divorced. No, like whatever it is, we can work it out. It's you and me against the world. But it's like, damn, do I want to be miserable? How long do I want to be? How long do I want to
I
be
don't know y'all
miserable
love
for?
All
me.
right, so another part of the caption, and it
Okay,
states,
I'm glad he reading
and I
it.
know y'all love to may this love never find me to death, but I do think there's something to be admired about a love that endures.
And the thing that I also hate is
So
like
did you really
people.
love
I
him
feel like
though?
people don't share this part of marriage. Like when people are in the thick of it. Because I was watching this interview with like DeVal and Kadeen, and I think he said the first 3 to 5 years of their marriage was like hell, but they stuck it out, and now they've been married for what, like 10, 15 years, and they, seem to be happy. I don't know, but it's like,
I'm listening, and women wonder why men aren't looking to get married as much anymore. Why get married when you could end up with someone who simply wants to blow up your entire family based on her happiness
Yeah,
as an individual in a
facts,
segmented amount of time? They've
facts.
only been together for 3 years.
3 years ain't even long
And then she
enough.
spoke about how over the past 2 months or so, it's been really hard. And that right there was enough for her to say, I'm pretty confident that I want to get this divorce. What man would want to sign up for the fact that he could be hardworking, faithful, no issues as far as we're talking about domestic violence or anything like that?
Yeah.
Simply just the normal run ins when you're talking about relationships where you have your ups and downs, and she could wake up one day and say, I'm tired of this relationship, I want out. And so she's willing to wreck her own home based on her measure of an emotion of happiness, because it's not high enough at this current time in her life. She wants out of her marriage, and she's willing to wreck her home.
Okay, and another point before I let him continue. Is it a matter that he's also contributing to the unhappiness? But I didn't really hear nothing bad about the guy per se. At least she said something. Everybody mentions money, regardless of the fact. I mean, some in every relationship, somebody's always making more money, regardless of the fact. And clearly, money wasn't an issue for you beforehand, so it shouldn't really. You shouldn't even say that. I hate when people. This is why I say. Well, this is what everybody say though. You cannot when somebody mad, you gonna hear the truth for sure. At least how they feel, 100%. It's like sometimes I like to bait people into, being pissy with me. I got to see what you got to say, honestly. You just sometimes you never know. Everybody get mad eventually at some point in time. It's just like, why not bait somebody into? I'm a raised baiting that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Like I don't necessarily say I do some shit, but I definitely say some triggering that shit. Excuse my language. I would say some triggering things for sure. Cause sometimes you just gotta see what somebody really think. And then in this case right here, it's this definitely projection.
And put her
I ain't
children
gonna
at a
lie.
distinct disadvantage because of it. And it's unfortunate
Your
because
personal
the kids are the ones
happiness.
who really end up suffering because they just end up having to figure it out. Mommy over here, daddy over here, and now you've done something to them that you don't even fully consider. And she kind of even hinted to it when she was saying, well, I remember when my parents got a divorce and I don't want to put my kids through it, but yet she's going to do that exact thing. Almost as if she's segueing to the point where she's like, well, look how I turned out. My parents got a divorce. Look how I turned out. Yes, exactly why you should probably reconsider what you're doing. But you
Okay, and I'm a firm believer in this right here because this is a little two-sided me. Now, I've had the luxury of two-parent household and parents still together over 27 some years or whatever case may be. Shout out to them. But I do feel like Now this right here is just she just the wrong woman. I'm gonna keep it 100. In this instance right here, she just the wrong woman because there's no reason that you just woke up unhappy and then now you like, well, I'm happy with him and everything. Everybody go through an up and down in life, and this really just go to show who really fighters for real. She ain't no fighter. I'm not gonna lie. She don't give out fighter vibes. Like you, it's too easy for her to just up and let it go. Like 3 years is a long. That's a long time. And like I say, we discuss this every single time. Women, y'all have an expiration date. That's something that you go. And then if every time that you have a little hard time, you finna just up and leave because of how you personally feeling, not necessarily how somebody else is making you feel exactly. It's a little bit of security in there too, I guess, but it, it don't make no sense.
Won't. You'll make a selfish decision focused on your personal emotions rather than what's best for your actual family. And the part she's not going to mention is the fact that when you have other areas in your life that you are not content with, such as a job you don't like, such as a business you're trying to start, then yeah, if you don't understand how to navigate that appropriately, it's going to pour over into your personal life. It's going to start to have a negative effect on your marriage. But that's not the part she's going to talk about and actually have a conversation about, because that would actually require her to take accountability and perhaps look a little bit more into her relationship and what she could have done differently. What she will do, though, is make multiple videos on TikTok asking other women their experience and talking to them, because she'll get validated from a community.
Okay, boom, women, if you are watching this video up, especially up to this point, do y'all think she just doing this for attention or tell me. I really need a woman's perspective with these things. I'm not gonna lie, I would really love if women start giving their perspective, because then it opens up the floor for conversation. I feel like nowadays the biggest problem that we have as people in general is a lack of communication. Communication nowadays, in my opinion, truly sucks. Everybody is so quick to yelling, violence, and things of that nature. Now, quite frankly, I'm a preaching guy, and I don't add negativity to any situation. Personally, I do not believe in negativity on top of negativity. It's just it never sat well with me because you really don't accomplish anything. And then in the long run, especially nowadays, people take it to the extreme. Like, back in the day, y'all might met up, fought, whatever. You might fight them for multiple times or whatever case may be. But it just get to a certain point where it's just like y'all are being ridiculous. And then y'all grown as hell. No, no, this be my favorite. This be the funniest thing to me. People claim to be grown but act like children. Children gonna always throw a temper tantrum. Children gonna always give out that first. You get two, in my opinion, when it comes around to things happening, especially negatively at least. You have two different brains. You got the brain that is irrational, and then you got your rational brain. People thinks very irrational, especially, and now, matter of fact, it's not even really a thought. It's just you're just reacting to it, and you didn't give yourself time to process. If that makes sense. Like I'm type of nigga, I need to process it first. Like you never even know. Somebody probably could have said something that was real triggering, but you just maybe misunderstood what they're saying. Which, like I say, it just boiled down to communication.
Of women who will tell her what she wants to hear. I got so she actually invited me to
Validating
follow a
women. You got
video,
to make
but
it
then
make sense.
deleted it, and I didn't get to save it. But
I just hope that I ain't got them type of women though. You know what I'm saying? That watch these kind of video. Please don't be logical. Use your brain a little bit. And not to say that y'all don't use y'all brain, because like I say, I'm not for women slander, and not even in the slightest bit of way. But I really want to, what I'm saying, make it make sense. Don't just get in here talking, going based off what you feel. Think about this logically. Now, I would, like I say, I hope my subscribers are very logical. I would assume that y'all guys are. My fault. You guys and women are highly intelligent. That's the type of community I want to build. We got to make this make sense. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make it make sense at the end of the day.
the internet is forever, and we're gonna go head over to Shisha Zed's channel because he was able to cover it. But the fact that she actually deleted that particular video kind of says a lot, because she probably realized the way she was sounding, and you guys are going to be able to hear it in a moment as far as the content she was putting out, and already talking about the next boyfriend she gonna be able to have by Thanksgiving and Christmas, and getting gifts and basically bragging about the fact that she's gonna be able to get back in the streets and get her cheeks clapped. Let's check it out.
So, y'all, I told y'all that I am in the process of getting a divorce. And after 2 days of no contact, I reached out to my soon to be ex husband, just asking him, like what was going on, because I filed everything that I was supposed to file and I was waiting on him to do his part. And I think a little piece of me was hoping that he would just, be like, oh, I'm going to change. We can make it work.
Okay, boom, right? So, and like I said, it's gonna be real brief when we talk about it because it's like I say, it never make no sense to me. Boy, I just be noticing how dark my stuff be sometimes. I thought we just heard that it was more of a you thing. Now we gonna turn around and now you projecting entirely. Now it's see, this is what I be saying when people just come up with problems. People just be coming up with shit. Like she probably got so much hate in that last video she dropped. She probably got so much hate. Like, girl, you crazy. Woo, woo. And now, like I say, we don't know the whole story. We can only comment based off what we actually know it's to be. But like I say, it don't make no sense to me. We just gonna rock it. Hold on.
But I texted him to ask him if he did. And he sent me a paper of the fact he sent me the paperwork just showing me that, yeah, like I definitely went down there and filed. And it's like, okay, period, clock it. I did not, hey, you standing on big business. I did not expect you to do that. But
She really didn't
now I'm
want
just
to.
like
Just say
a
what
little
she
bit
want to
sad
say.
because I'm like, oh my God, everything that I have fantasized about and in my brain just tried to think like, oh yeah, we're going to be such a happy family. I got to let all of that go and come.
Make this type of situation.
Make it make sense. I know that's what he was about to say. Make it make sense is right.
Come
Because
on.
she's the one who ran to the internet seeking validation from other women who had been through it,
Exactly. Then she kind of find
looking
out.
for comfort in her poor decisions. And deep down, she was hoping her husband would save her from her bad choices. But he didn't. He
Well,
wasn't
from
going to
herself.
beg. He wasn't going to sit there and try and convince or persuade her that they should try to make the marriage work. You went down there and filed the paperwork. He obliged and gave you what you wanted.
Come to the realization that in a few months it's going to be over. But then I'm also thinking about, okay, if it takes like 3 or 4 months, that means that I could be single by Thanksgiving and y'all can invite me to y'all Thanksgivings and I can see y'all fine cousins and y'all fine homeboys. And then also I can have a real good Christmas because he going to give me a Christmas gift. And then my birthday is in January, so he probably going to get me a birthday gift too. And then by Valentine's Day, I could probably have a boyfriend.
I ain't gonna lie. This has to be the direct definition of delusion. I'm not gonna lie. This is mad delusion. I at this point, this is not even funny. I'm not gonna lie. This is actually kind of sad. So you had a person that was willing to deal with both. Now you're looking for a random person who knows how old she do. Look a little older, late 20s, maybe early 30s, if that's. Um, yeah, this is sad. I'm not gonna lie. This is really sad, and I feel like this is a poor representation of what you should be showing the young folks, at least the young women. At least I think that is really poor as a woman on her behalf, at least. Um, yeah. I like I say I don't sympathize with things like this, especially because it seemed like she kind of crying to the end of it a little bit. If that makes sense, maybe y'all don't feel that kind of way, but I do. It do seem like she's definitely remorseful for this one. You can definitely tell that, but I mean, kudos to the guy. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, kudos to the man because he that's the right move. At the drop of at the change of the season, like she feeling some type of way, and it's everything that she done already did, knowing that it was only a small issue, big to her, but maybe really small from the outside looking in. Kudos to that man, man.
So yeah.
Yeah. And so the ink hasn't even dried on the divorce papers, and she's already excited about getting her cheeks clapped up. Yes,
Maybe
it's
that's just what
sad.
she wanted to do all
It's
the
sad
time. Let's
when
be
you see
real.
women who embrace breaking up their homes, splitting their child up from their father, mom over here, dad over there. And it's even sadder when they don't even recognize the fact that they're putting themselves in a position to be in a rinse, repeat, reuse cycle of men who will never take them seriously.
And they ask
She
the
thinks that
question
she can
every
be
time.
out here winning. It's so funny. Women will hear other women talking about whether it's true or not. the message is out there. They'll talk about how trash the dating market is, the dating pool is filled with piss. But yet you'll have women like this who come run to the internet saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna have a boyfriend blowing my back out by Thanksgiving."
It's the
And
wrong
we're
man.
in the
It's the
middle of
wrong.
the summer.
I say it every time, and we ain't gonna watch no more of this. Like I say, yeah, it's exactly what he was saying. I think she definitely gonna regret that though. Like I say, yeah, in my opinion, like I say, I'm a guy personally. I don't think all of them is. It's just specifically where you're looking, if that makes sense. It got to be where you're looking, cause all everybody ain't the same. That's just how. That's my personal opinion. Y'all just like to rope everybody in. Like I said, I dropped the video talking about it's not about the 1%. Now y'all are roping in the 1% of guys with all guys. But like I say, it's always your personal preference. Just like women say. You run into the women that don't, you know what I'm saying? They be like, you run into the women that do this, that, and 13, knowing you don't like that. But I mean, y'all do the same thing with the guys. It's not gonna lie with the men. It's all the same. Endless cycle, waste of time for everybody. So I say, and let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section down below. I need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below what y'all think about stuff like this. Like I say, I always think this is mind-boggling, personally, mind-blowing. If I get FOP.
Everything going, I act a fool when I go and perform, but I'm trying.